Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So I am finally back. I've been gone a little bit. I've been working like crazy on a project and I've gotten sick. And then I traveled to London with my wife on an anniversary and I couldn't make videos, so I'm sorry. And I realized in this whole time that I actually don't care about Palantir. In this video, I just want to tell you what happened to me, what happened to Palantir in the meantime, why I don't care about it. And it's going to be more of a talking video between you and me. I'm getting back to the business, checking out, everything that has been happening to Palantir and Tesla. And I must say, I'm very, very pleased. So new, very substantive and very good value videos are coming. This is just a small briefing between you and I. So as always, if you like this channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more content like this, you can always support me on Patreon if you want to help this European guy survive the winter in Sweden in the middle of this crazy energy crisis. So it's the first link in the description box below. And let's begin the video. So what has happened to me is YouTube is not my main job, as I'm sure you know. I'm a real estate developer in South Sweden and we are building hundreds of apartments. I don't like talking about my company on this channel because I feel that we are still very much of a startup despite we have been, going for 7 years. I don't feel that, no, I do end up talking about it. But anyways, I don't feel that I have accomplished enough to talk about it. But the company has grown like crazy. We started, building apartments and then we went to more apartments and then we started building, multi-family units. And currently we are developing a few hundred apartments at the same time in South Sweden. And we have a sort of problem in the company, which is that the cash flow is very sporadic because, you have to go in with a lot of cash and then you only get paid once you sell an apartment or a house, and then you get all the pay in one go. And you have to be crazy good at budgeting when you're at this business, and you have to have crazy good credit and very good relationship with the investors because inevitably you're going to run into trouble. And here's the very interesting thing. As everyone, we watch a lot of YouTube videos. We know about Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone, income producing real estate. And somehow it was like implanted into us that, okay, to get good cash flow, you need income producing real estate. But every time we sat down and we, tried to do it, it somehow never made sense. The math never made sense. And then we got into this very funny situation, which I hope if you're smart, you also get into sometimes, that this thing that everybody is doing, it turns out to be the thing that you shouldn't be doing. And, it doesn't make sense. And the reason why so many people are doing it, so many credible people are saying that you should be doing it, that's why other people are jumping on the bandwagon and doing it, but it doesn't really make sense. And I'm actually going to do a video about this because I don't want to say it's a scam, it's a too strong word, but I do believe that for Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone at the level of the career where they are, it is the correct step to do income producing real estate. But most of us normal people who live in this middle class world, it's going to be the wrong thing if you want to grow your wealth and go really big. And I'm going to be making videos about this. But so the point is that we were looking at the math and we were like, okay, if we have $5 million and we invest it into this development project where we buy a land, build up houses, we might make another 5-6 million. It takes us a few years, but no cash flow, right? Or on the other hand, we could take the 5 million that we have, invest it into income producing real estate, and then we would have, now I have to take the calculator, we would have at best 200,000 a year cash flow, but we used up the capital that allows us to develop more units. So we basically traded in the future of our company to have a safe 200,000 per year, which doesn't even really pay the bills. So we just couldn't get our heads around this, And then I was watching a video by Alex Hormozy where he was speaking exactly about this, that, you need to think, you need to look at what you want. Don't, question everything. Don't believe what others are saying. And just because, something has been the way and it was working for a generation, it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you, right? Like there's no guarantee that if you buy the S&P 500, it's always going to go up. And this is one of these other stupid things that people think the S&P 500 is always going to go up. I'm not so sure about that. It's like people thought Bitcoin can also only go up, and look at what happened to Bitcoin. Back to the point. And then we decided short-term rentals. We met with quite a few people that had hotels and, short-term rentals, and they were having extremely good cash flows. It required very little investment. And we decided, okay, we want to try this at a small scale. Then we're going to, if it works and we see what the other guys see, then we're going to very substantially grow this. And then if we invest a substantial amount of millions into it, then we will have a substantial amount of cash flow back. And then we don't feel like we traded away the future of the company to have safe 200,000 per year. And as always, with every investment, you set a budget and you imagine how much work it's going to be. And the budget was, way underdone. It was way more work than I anticipated. This is why I had to stop making videos, because we had a deadline and I had to start working, very late evenings and very early mornings. And I still had my real estate development job. And then on top of it, I got sick. So this is the full story. And while I was doing it, I realized I'm so happy I'm invested in Palantir and Tesla, and I'm a very long-term investor, because I don't have to care about what happens to Palantir. And I wasn't worried at all. There were some days when I didn't even look at the stock. And now that I started looking at it, oh boy, I'm so happy. There is so many good things that have happened. There is the Foundry Con that I haven't managed to check yet, but CodeStrap did a fantastic interview with Chris Patel. I watched it. It's a priceless interview. I hope to actually have CodeStrap back on this channel. Then the Palantir Weekly podcast is a fantastic resource, and Palantir has just so many good things going for it, and I'm so happy. And when you're a long-term investor, you can take a lot of time off, and as long as you catch the quarterly reports, you're going to be okay. And it was such a nice feeling that I could do this. But now I'm back. I really missed my YouTube channel, so I'm going to go back to daily content. I'm going to try to do this because, again, this is not my main job. I do this as a hobby and because I'm very interested in stocks, and I hope to keep this up. I'm so happy that I have you guys here. The channel actually crossed 1,000 subs, which is pretty crazy. I'm very happy about it. Lots of great content coming. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for checking in, and see you soon. Do well.